Hey world, luck you. I'm Raz, and that's my power wheelchair. I need a wheelchair because I broke my lucky neck 40 years ago, and I can't walk. There's a video camera on that chair, and today we're going to hop aboard the Las Vegas Monorail. First, we got to get into my van and head to the Sahara. It's one of the last casinos on the Las Vegas Strip with free parking. Yeah, free parking is a distant memory in Las Vegas. I moved here in 2011 from Los Angeles, and that was one thing I really loved. I like to tell my friends, man, you can valet park for free. Yeah, I mean, in LA, you pay $40 to park like 2 blocks away from the Lakers game. So, well, I don't know. The prices keep shooting up, and more people keep visiting Las Vegas. I'm thinking it's the legal weed. So here we are at the corner of Sahara and Las Vegas Boulevard, and there's a hotel, and it's called... Oh, wait, it's the Sahara. Look, I got proof right there. I was there. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. I think SEMA was in town this week. So first thing we got to do is we got to head through this parking lot. We got to go from Las Vegas Boulevard straight ahead this way, up there through that little arch. That's Paradise Road. And then, but first we got to cut through the hotel. But I went around. See that arrow? That's where I would have come out at. And there's a mirror right there. Oh, look. So yeah, I think I got to like dress nicer if I'm going to put myself on camera. But you know, it's Vegas, shorts, sandals. That's what we do. So yeah, right up this elevator, and then we're going to head across this bridge. Straight ahead. All the way down to the end, there's a ticket booth and then some turnstiles and everything. I saved the trip. So that train goes all the way to the MGM Grand, which is down at Las Vegas and Tropicana. Okay, I'm going to hop on this train and then we'll go for a ride.
The doors are closing. Please stand clear. Times. Next stop southbound is Westgate Las Vegas Station.
Yeah, so I'm trying to learn a marketable skill, which is video editing. College football is still a month away, so I have time to shoot lots of practice video. Lucky you. Hey, does anybody know what all these dragons and everything are right here, and all the props or whatever? So it's June, so it's not Lunar New Year. So yeah, somebody let me know in the comments.
Now arriving at Westgate Las Vegas Station. Please stand clear. Please hold the handrail firmly at all times. Next stop southbound is Warble Station at Las Vegas Convention Center.
I used to watch a ton of sports. I mean, the Dodgers are my favorite. And except for a few innings here and there, I don't even watch baseball now, you know, so. I mean, it has nothing to do with politics. It's mostly the really crappy umpires and the sportscasters. You know, back in the day, it didn't cost a dime for Vince Scully to take you away from the real world for a few hours. He let the game breathe. And he'd if something was going on the field or the tension was building, he wasn't yapping over the top of it the whole time. He would just like lay back and let you listen to this crowd. It felt like he was having a conversation with me. During those 3 hours, Vin rarely brought the outside world into the broadcast. I used to tell my friends there could be like a nuclear war, and Vin would just barely mention it coming back from commercial or something. He'd be like, in other news, the Soviet Union just dropped nuclear bombs onto Germany. But let's get back to this game. The Dodgers are leading the Giants 6-5 in the bottom of the 8th. Compare that to the modern sports broadcast where you have 3 or 4 lunkheads talking to each other, going on and on the whole game about some kind of BS about this or BS about that. And they got these constant reaction shots to people in the crowd or just bouncing it down to the reporters on the field. I just couldn't take it anymore. So I quit watching. And so, I don't even watch TV anymore at all. I never watch the news. I mean, I don't even know who to hate this week. So leave it in the comments.
Now arriving at Winter Station at Las Vegas Convention Center. The doors are closing. Please stand clear. Please hold the handrail firmly at all times. Next stop southbound is Harris the Lake Station.
Wait, where were we before we got to the station? Oh, I remember. We were talking about baseball. Not just baseball, though, all sports. They need to quit talking about everything except the actual contest playing out right then and there on the field. I got something to say to these sports talkers. Except for Shaq and Charles. You are not the stars or the reason we tuned in. Get over yourselves. It's just some sports ball. The competition is serving up some live drama for us. It's not some big representation of society or politics or whatever the luck the modern commentary repeatedly tries selling us. Yeah, that's Vegas's latest attraction. That's a sphere that it's a couple weeks before they lit it up for the first time. That cost them like $2 billion to build, like a bunch of cost overrun, supply chain, all the buzzwords. They didn't use any taxpayer money. They built it all on their own. Unlike the Raiders Stadium, where the billionaires, the employed millionaires swindled the city out of like $1 billion towards their new stadium that the Raiders own and the city doesn't have any control over. See, people in Vegas are kind of like anti all that stuff. Or not everybody. Obviously, I'd say the majority of the people were against public money for, like, people don't want the A's coming here like if we have to pay. Vegas was built on cash. The corporations or the mobsters, they build the stuff and then people come and bring their money and empty their pockets into the casinos or whatever, the restaurants. I remember, so about 6 or 7 years ago, the Raiders were talking about moving to Las Vegas. And there were, all the debate about the funding for the stadium and everything like that. In the Las Vegas Review-Journal, they had they'd write articles about like the positive thing of bringing the Raiders to, and in the comments section, it was like 8 or 9 to 1 against like giving the Raiders any money. Like everybody was pretty much of the same mind. I mean, there'd be hundreds of comments, and then people would say, "No, don't give them any money." So the city leaders were able to convince the people that it was in their interest to give them, the Raiders, the money to build a stadium. So actually, no, they just turned the comments off and did whatever they wanted, even though the people didn't want it. But the people love the Raiders now, so what really annoys the luck out of me is the constant focus on gaining more women fans. Listen up, sports ball network bosses. Women watch sports to see extremely fit, flexible, manly men jumping upon or about one another. Why can't us do just have something of our own? There's always these grievance peddlers saying this marginalized group or that group is underrepresented. No one ever complains that the view underrepresents sane, attractive men. It wasn't that long ago when we were often treated with several minutes of cheerleaders doing their short skirt bouncy bounces during college football games. But now I feel blessed that there are 6 seconds of flesh coming back from commercial break. Instead, these days, we're subjected to some barely luckable female sideline reporters babbling on about. Jenny Sue told me that Sally told her that the coach said that Dion is gonna blah, 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 blah. I really do zone out when those sideline chicks talk. How many dudes watch sports to get away from nagging spouses? Yeah, I just turn the sound down and crank up some rock and roll. At least for the first 3 quarters. Gotta hear the crowd, like when it gets to crunch time. It's not just sports ball. TV in general has gone through a drastic shift in the last 10 years. Shows used to be cast with freakishly attractive people. I'm so tired of seeing all these ugly people on TV now. Mango teeth, hairy moles, people in wheelchairs. I wish we could only see attractive people on TV. Less Lizzos and more Halle Berrys.
Now arriving at Harrisville Lake Station. The doors are closing. Please stand clear. Please hold the handrail firmly at all times. Next stop southbound is Flamingo Caesar's Palace Station.
We truly are living in a clown world. I mean, we got trannies reading stories to 5-year-olds. And if you complain or point out that it's weird to have some sex freak grooming kids in a library, you're the bad guy. A hater.
Now arriving at Flamingo Caesar's Palace Station. The doors are closing. Please stand clear. Please hold the handrail firmly at all times. Next stop southbound is Horseshoe and Paris Las Vegas Station.
So where were we? Oh yeah. I often wonder what the greatest of all time, Vince Scully, would think about those Satan-worshipping tranny nuns getting community service awards at Dodger Stadium's Pride Night. Wait, I just thought of something. Does anybody know if Black Pride is a gay thing? I honestly don't know the rules anymore. Let me know in the comments.
Now arriving at Horseshoe and Paris Las Vegas Station. The doors are closing. Please stand clear.
Oops.
Please hold the handrail firmly at all times. Next stop southbound is Transplant.
Yeah, up in the right corner in the screen right now is the F1 paddocks, Formula One that's under construction. Formula One, which is race cars. Race cars. They're tearing up the streets and like on the strip, and the traffic's just a nightmare. So the F1, if the businesses don't pony up like $1,500 a head, they're gonna build a barrier or like obstruct the view or something like that. All this after the absolute traffic nightmares and associated BS caused by building a lucking racetrack on our city streets. Well, luck you, F1. Pizza's already $12 a slice on the strip. I shall watch the race under protest. Wait, best under $20 a slice of pizza in Vegas would make a great video, huh? Nah, too many creators already working that content. A few years ago, I wrote a book called The Days of Guns and Razzes. It's about my time working with that band and breaking my lucky neck. So I'll put a link in the description and you guys can read it for free. Why free? Because I'm a terrible businessman.
Now arriving at MGM Grand Station. This is the last stop southbound. All passengers must exit the monorail at this station.
going to try to get a video up here every Thursday. So next Thursday's video is at the Pinball Hall of Fame. Thanks for rolling along.